Hello, I'm Nara and I'm a modern witch and you're watching me at Supernatural Confessions.
I really don't feel good.
You're getting a vibe.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
So apart from work, I work with animals and this is like a paying hobby. So on my free time, I actually do oracle and tarot card readings for clients. I also craft like little mojo bags. So it's just crystals and different sort of herbs that I prepared here and put them into little bags, and then I kind of bless them over the moon or different energies, and then I kind of mail it over. Yeah. And in Asia, I feel like witchcraft is very tied down to spirits, conjuring spirits, and also that very weird requests of how to say spirits to help you do things. For example, love and money. Like my family, they are very open about spirit and then possessions and things like that. So I kind of grew up already being very exposed to things like that. The younger generation, I'm starting to realize that they are very open. Suddenly, everybody wants a lot more freedom in their practice. I feel like religion is like, okay, the basic religion that we have, like Christianity, Islam and all that, is very structured and is very guided. And I feel like right now we are coming out from that guidance into things that we are free. Like we just want to practice what we feel it makes sense to us. So there's a bit of a shift from how we used to practice and then how we are going into the freedom. And then now there's also this whole movement whereby everybody is turning very health conscious, right? Because stress is now like a common word. Like a few years ago, maybe give it 10, 20 years, people can't use stress as an indicator to say that you're not well. But now you can actually say that you're stressed and people understand that, okay, this is like something that they don't see. And stress has actually made people go into a lot of alternatives because they're realizing that, okay, medicine actually might cause a lot of side effects. So alternative comes with yoga, comes with mindfulness, and this is all tied down into, in a form, witchcraft. So what I like to advise people is that usually, okay, the most annoying ones are usually the ones that want back their exes. So to me, how I look at it is that why not understand firstly what was it in the relationship that made you feel a certain way, the good and the bad, and then what caused the breakup, and then from there, like there's a reason why people get together and they break up. So usually when I get clients like that, I don't just go straight into like, yes, I'm going to get your ex back. Because I will put myself in their position and think about if this person was really toxic and the relationship has ended, why do that again to this person when it's a very impulsive decision or very impulsive desire? So what I usually do with my clients is that I will offer them instead like an oracle card reading or even tarot card, and then I'll break down everything that has happened and then try to understand the situation from both parties. And then based off that, my mojo bag, like whatever I'm going to craft for them, it will be intended for them to find better love or find like a better partner or even heal themselves first. Because I realized that in many times relationship comes from love language, which comes back down to inner child. So how we were exposed to growing up, our parents' relationship or people around us actually becomes our relationship language. And that is where you can actually find better partners. Not going back to something that is still going to wound you over and over again. So for me, what I do is that when I'm asked to do spells, I usually go into a perspective whereby I allow them to actually make a better decision rather than what they want I offer. Because I feel like magic doesn't work that way. Magic is all about intention setting and it's all creating that. And the tangibility becomes down to your life, like how you go about, how you choose. Yeah. So these are basically like how I craft mojo bags. So these are like my very personal bags. If you really look at it, these are bags that have crystals in it. And this one has a very cute little mermaid. Yeah. So this bag is kind of supposed to help me with empowerment. Because I like working with mermaid energy because I feel like they are kind of in between worlds kind. They are like in the water, in the air. And then I like the whole idea of their beauty and all that. And then this one has very similar energy as well. So it's all crystals. And then in the middle, there's actually fox. So it's very inspired by the Japanese spirits because they are always about the fox spirit. So these are different herbs that I work with. So I have cinnamon, I have cloves. One herb that I work a lot with is bay leaves. So bay leaf is actually kind of very, very witchcrafty. Yeah, so you can use it for divination, you can use it for dream, you can use it for protection. So usually when I craft things for people, I will always slip a bay leaf for them. So so that's another thing that I like when I do for people is that every time I pack their orders, I actually add a lot more magic into it. So there's like dry flowers, there's bay leaves, and then I even add candles in it. So, and I craft my magic in a way whereby it's very free for them to do what they want to do. That I don't structure it. So another thing about witchcraft for me is that, yeah, I have a lot of spells book. Like I have a lot of how to do. But I like to like pick up that and also mix it with what works for me. Because we are also in Asia, it's not that all the ingredients you want, you have. So I've learned the magic of a lot of substitute. Yeah. So one tip is that, okay, maybe you don't have a certain crystal, you can actually just use clear quartz. Clear quartz helps to actually make up for whatever you don't have. Yeah. So this is one very interesting herb that I got. It's called devilish shoestring. So it just looks like that. So the whole idea about this herb, why I would add it in bags and even bottles, so the whole idea of this herb is that so that you tie the devil's shoe so that he cannot cause you harm. So this is associated with protection, even like abundance, because like if the devil is not around you, you can create abundance. So I usually would add this into like bags for clients, depending on the request that they have. So a bit about fairies, right? So if you actually look at my little setup, you can tell that I kind of am I love fairy beings. So in order to actually attract fairies into your house, two things. Firstly, you need a doorway. So this is a little doorway. And then secondly, you need plants. Because fairies are earth beings and then they are all about plants. So this is like my little area for them. And then if you look over there, those are my plant area. So that's basically where I feel like the fairies kind of hang out. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I usually would do is that sometimes I would actually leave out like little offerings for them. Or if I bake like cake and all that, they actually get a little slice out there. So the whole idea of fairies, right? I mean, to break it down to become even more simpler, they are actually just earth beings. And what happened with earth being is that because there's so many different things around earth, right? You have your plants, you have your trees, you have this, you have that. The whole idea of the differentiation of fairies is just that they have different duties.
I'm interested in
Putting a mojo bag.
yeah, putting a mojo bag.
Which-
Is there any other thing that you other services that you think I might need?
Actually, what I feel like, instead of mojo bag, why not I put you a bottle? Okay, not to sound very cheesy, right? So I actually have little fairies like that.
Those are not real fairies, right?
No. So what I do is that I can actually drop one inside the bottle. And then when it comes at night later, right? So witching hour, what I do is that I can expose the bottle out to the moon. And then obviously the whole fairy gathering and all that, I can request that can you all actually take care of this bottle and then be around these people. Yeah, so that is something that I can do for you today.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me light some incense first. So this is a very, very cool deck that I love working with. Can you hold on to it? Let it absorb some of your energy. So you can pass me that, hold on to this. Ooh, I love this card. So we talked about fairies, but I feel like this is a very dragon energy that you can actually see the dragon. And definitely I'm going to use a lot of blue crystal for your bottle. Because just now when I picked up the fairies, I already looking at the blue fairy. I'm like, So a lot to do with the throat chakra. So it means that you are using a lot of your throat chakra now. And you know, I think what you do, your expression and all that. And there's 9. So I do see like that is like a new journey starting for you. And another thing that I'm also seeing is that I feel like there is a new journey in what you express. Yeah, so probably like adding in something different or how you're like evolving it to something else. Yeah. Okay, let's see what does this card have to say. I also see quite a bit of yellow energy, so it has to do with solar plexus. So I feel like it comes back down to connecting with the body. So the intention of this bottle will be for you to feel empowered with your voice. It's also to connect you back to your body. So I will add in things like citrine. Oh, both cards is all about music. So, and I can definitely tell that it's a lot to do with your voice, a lot to do with the softness with it. Yeah. So, we're going to craft the bottle now. So, what I like to do, this is something that I do since I was a kid, whereby I love filling the bottle up with smoke. You know, like a very it's cleansed. And then things that go through my mind will be, I bless, cleanse, and purify this bottle with the power of air, fire, water, and earth. May this bottle be blessed, cleansed, and purified for the highest good of all. And this is my intention, so mote it be. Now I'm going to fill it up with the different crystals that I feel drawn to for you. So this is one ingredient that I'm going to use, which, I love it. Yeah, so I'm just going to add a few. So the whole idea of this is that it's very protective. It also has this energy to draw in luck. So we talked a bit about citrine. So obviously I'm going to add some citrine so that this bottle is charging without you needing to constantly worry whether or not you need to charge it. Yeah. So if you really think about it, right, the bottle is also a form of intention setting. It's not like magic, but it's just a way whereby you create that mindset. A very key ingredient will be rose quartz, and so these are baby breath that I actually dry them myself. So I get them from my florist. So I'm going to add some flowers inside as well. Don't mind, the border is going to look very pretty. So bottle is done. I will actually put it in my little space, and then maybe I can,
Next time.
the next time when I see you, I can pass it to you.